everything has a rise and a fall, and that applies to cubing too. And that also applies for methods. For the most famous method, the one that broke 98 or something like that percent of world records, the CFOP method. But it is going under its fall time. So what is happening to CFOP, and which method is overtaking it? Well, you'll get to find out in this video. And make sure to subscribe. Now, for you beginners there, what is the CFOP method? Well, it starts off the same as the layer by layer method, where you make a cross, but then instead of inserting all of these corners in and then the edges, that's slow. So what you do is pair them up and insert them into the slot. Or in simpler words, just do both of them at the same time. Then you memorize 57 algorithms to solve the top face in one algorithm, and memorize 21 algorithms to solve the rest in one algorithm. This means that the CFOP method has a total of 78 algorithms. But what is the method that's overtaking this? This is known as the ZB method. Now, the ZB method starts off the same as CFOP, as you make the cross, do an F2L pair, do another F2L pair, do another F2L pair, but here it gets a little different. Now what you're gonna do is do an algorithm to solve this pair and make the top color across. This is called ZBLS, and I do not know this. Trying to set them into a case I know. Yes, this is a ZBLS case that I know. So you do an algorithm while it solves the F2L pair and makes a cross on top. And from there, there's a lot of algorithms to solve the rest in one algorithm. This is not one that I know, so I'm just going to have to set it up into a case that I know. Well, you might have to wait a while. There we go, a ZBLL case that I know. Now, guess how many algorithms this is? I'll give you a few seconds, write it in the comments. Well, the answer is 795. Who would want to learn that many algorithms? Well, I'm going to tell you that Timon Kolasinski, Zhuan Yigeng, and Qishan Chao. And Qishan Chao, she's 6 years old, and she knows 800 algorithms. Zhuan Yigeng recently broke, like a month ago, the 3x3 world record single. And he got, guess what, with ZB? A 3.05. Now, why exactly is ZB taking over CFOP? Well, I'm going to explain now. One of the first reason is because it has more algorithms. That means there are more cases that are shorter, and more optimal move count. With CFOP, you take about 55 to 60 moves to solve the cube, but with ZB, around like 45. So how many moves can I solve this scramble with CFOP? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. 62 moves. But with the ZB method, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 36. Not a ZBLS case that I know. So time to set it up into one. I don't know how much we were on, but as you can see, it's definitely more optimal. And this is definitely not a ZBLL that I know. So we're gonna have to make it one. Oh, there we go. A ZBLL that I know. The second reason is because it has more algorithms, it becomes more efficient, which I kind of explained in the last thing that makes it better than CFOP. As less move count can mean more efficiency in solves. Now say here, I'm gonna do the last slot and last layer with CFOP. Wait, no, with CFOP. With CFOP, not ZB. I was about to do ZB there. More efficiency also means more time. That was 5.87 seconds. Now, with ZB, also ZB stands for Zboro Whiskey Brushem. 3.11, which sacrifices time. But there is a few things that make it better. The first thing is recognition. This can lead into lots of pauses in ZB, as recognition for 472 algorithms for the last layer is crazy. What is this case? What is this case? Oh, that's the case. While, if you just use normal CFOP, I'm closing my eyes right now. Okay, it's that, and then recognition is much faster, which can make it better, which can also imply to the most important thing in cubing, look ahead. And you should know what a look ahead is, really you should. See, if I tell you the story of CFOP, it started in the late 2000s when in the early 2000s, when a person named Jessica Friedrich made this awesome method called the CFOP, or the Friedrich method. People started to use it in the late 2000s and getting lots of world records. Then in the early 2010s to about the late 2010s, Felix Zemdegs was the president of cubing, not actually, but he's just the GOAT of cubing. And then he was cooking CFOP. Then came in a man named Max Park in the mid-2010s, but he used CFOP. But then, in the early 2020s, a man named Timon Kolasinski came in, and then everyone wondered, what is that method he is using? It is the ZB method. And everyone was like, I'm gonna learn this. Even though still, or less than 1% of cubers know it. And then, in around 2023-24, more people started using ZB, and people 2 years younger than me, 4 years younger than me, started using this method. And in 2025, it's slowly taking over CFOP. Before the year 2000 was the 20-year era of corners first. Then came the 20-year era from 2000 to 2020 of CFOP. And now, I think, for cubing, 2020 to 2040 will be ZB. And who knows, 2040 to 2060, maybe one look cube or something like that. But cubing will be pretty advanced then. And I really hope ZB doesn't take over CFOP, because CFOP is the method. But that's the unfortunate truth, but also the fun truth. And I guess you're probably asking, are you going to learn ZB? No. Maybe ZBLS, which is the last slot into a cross. And maybe TZBLL, which is a subset of ZBLL. But full ZB? Probably not. That's it for today's video. Make sure to subscribe, as 82.5% of you guys who watch my videos are not subscribed. Leave a like and stop making my cubes disappear. Now I'm just being serious. Bye.